Welcome to my off-grid adventures. I'm Frank, my puppy Pumpkin's here with me today, and I'm glad that you're here with us too, because today we're going to compare 3 popular air guns, each by a different brand and each with a different type of reloading action. This is something that I wish that I could have known before making a purchase like this, and I hope that it helps you know which one might be best for you. If you're thinking of introducing someone to the shooting sports, there's not a better way to do it. There's no cheaper way or more fun way to do it than with some type of an air gun. But if you want to get them hooked into the sport, you want to find the one that is right for them. So whether it's a child or just someone new to shooting, I think that this video should help you decide which of these 3 or maybe even a couple of them that you'd be looking at purchasing. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I paid full price for these myself and I'm giving you my honest opinion. In fact, I didn't pay anything for this one. This was the first gun that I've ever owned. It's one that was given to me when I was about 10 or 12 years old, making it over 35 years of age. And it still is a lot of fun to shoot. This is a Daisy that has the action of loading the chamber by pumping, and we're going to pump it 20 times for each of our shots today. We're going to fire 5 shots from each gun to see how accurate they are and how easy they are to shoot. This gun costs just $85, and I'll put a link to it in the description. The second gun costs $177 right now on Amazon. It's made by Gamo. It is the Swarm, and this is a break barrel action. So you grab the barrel at the end and kind of like half the gun has to be broken down like that. As you can see, I'm a big guy and it does take some strength and effort to do it. Once you get that back up, you're ready to fire. This one, by the way, has the most shock for some weird reason. It does have a little bit of vibration when you shoot it, and it is the loudest. And then this gun is a CO₂ powered gun that is made by Umarex. This costs $155 on Amazon right now. We're going to compare each of these by shooting 5 rounds at our 10-yard range at a splatter target. We're going to have all of these resting on this nice Steady Rest NXT by Caldwell. I just picked this up at Dunham's. I'll put a link to it in the description. And we'll shoot 5 rounds from our 10-yard range here to compare how accurate each of them are and to see how difficult each of them are for reloading. Let's get started. The Daisy is the only one that is a BB gun. The 2 pellet guns will both use the same pellets, which are Gamo Pro Magnum Expansion Competition pellets. These are in the .177 caliber. For the Daisy BB gun, you load the BBs into this little compartment here. You can fill that right up or put as many or as few as you want in there. And then you just shake it till one falls into place. Push this lever forward till it clicks. Then you pump it. "20 times, and you turn your safety off, which I already have off. To reload, you just kind of shake one over like that again. It puts a ball into place. Although that's monotonous to pump it so many times, it's also fairly easy and most people can do it. We're going to shoot 5 shots for each of these. I'm surprised how tight of a group this is getting. Ah, and the last one goes a little far left. Overall impressions of this, it's fun to shoot, it's light, it's maintenance free. I've had this for 30 years and it's rusty, but it still shoots just fine and it's nostalgic. So I'll never get rid of this. Had it since I was a little kid and it's a lot of fun. This didn't come with a scope. I put a Bushnell Sport View 4x 15 millimeter on it and it's just fine for this kind of shooting. We're about 10 yards away from the target and you don't really need any more than that. So there you go, there's that. Now we'll try this Break Action Swarm, which is by Gamo. It came with this scope. It's a surprisingly nice scope. It's a really handsome body, just a some kind of a plastic stock with a nice kind of rubber recoil pad. Not that you really need a recoil pad on a pellet gun. You have these cartridges. It comes with two. You load these up. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And then you just put that in to this spot here. You break. Oh, there's a bug in there. Break that all the way down. And that's all. You only have to do it once for this gun. This is a handsome looking gun. A more powerful scope too. That's a little bit more kick, doesn't it? It's hard to get that right back in place to where it was before. I just purchased this at Dunham's and I do like it. It's nice how easily you can adjust the height. I'm really shocked by that. That group is not much different than the Daisy. Interesting, surprising. For the Umarex, it's a very similar looking little cartridge or magazine or whatever you call it. You just push it in from the left right into the chamber area. And then there are two CO₂ cartridges in here. You place them in there so that they are facing away from each other. And then you screw this cap on till you hear a little bit of that air pressure release. And then you just load it by pushing this in and down, kind of like a bolt action. I forgot, you don't have to take it off for this one. You just put another one in the chamber. Let's name a few winners. The Umarex is certainly the easiest to shoot. You don't even have to take it up off the stand to get your other pellet in the chamber and fire away. It's also significantly more accurate than the other two guns. The only downsides that I can think about for this, other than the cost and complexity of having to buy and have CO₂ cartridges around, is that you could run out of them if you're at the range and you run out of those cartridges. You might have to end your day of shooting. Whereas the other two guns, being powered by your own arm's strength, you can shoot them as long as you have pellets to shoot. So for accuracy and for the cool factor of how this gun looks and shoots, and even the scope quality, I would say is better on this than the other two. This wins quite a few of them. And I wish that I had bought this before getting the break action, but now after shooting them one after another, the break action really isn't all that bad. This was actually cheaper than the break action gun. This was $155 on Amazon right now, and the Gamo Swarm is $177. The Daisy does win a few awards as well, though. It's definitely got the most nostalgia for me and for a lot of shooters. It is probably the simplest and easiest to shoot for a beginner. It's light and it's the cheapest. This one comes in at just $85 right now, and that is with a scope as well. Not this scope, but they do come with a scope. The Gamo Swarm comes in at the most expensive of them, the most physically challenging to shoot, but if it's between this and the Umarex for you, you might want to go this route if you don't want to deal with CO₂ cartridges. So if that's something you prefer not to have to handle and deal with, and you just want something a little bit simpler, this is a decent gun, but it isn't as accurate. The groupings aren't as tight as the Umarex is. The groupings for this are about within a 3-inch circle here at 10 yards away. This Daisy pump action BB gun also really surprised me today in how accurate it is, at least compared to the Gamo Swarm. It got about a 3.5-inch or a 4-inch group. For accuracy, the winner is definitely the Umarex, getting a group of under 2 inches at 10 yards with 5 shots. And then the Daisy pump action BB gun got about a 4-inch group at 10 yards away. Let's load a few of these just to show you how simple it is and how easy it is to do. The Gamo Swarm and the Umarex both have a very similar way that you load the cartridges. You just have a spring-loaded circle here, revolving, that you just move with your fingers and you drop a pellet in, point down, and then you just advance and you move on to the next one. This one is for the Gamo Swarm. Doesn't take long, but I like to have 4 of these just so that we kind of tackle them all at once and we can all get back to shooting. Similar thing here for the Umarex. You just drop one in, point down, spin it. The only difference here really is it's a little bit different shape, kind of a diamond or a teardrop shape on this one. And then you have a transparent plastic that you can see through and see how many bullets you've got. It's just that simple. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope that this helps you decide which of these air guns will be right for you and the shooters that you're going to the range with. If you'd like to see more content like this with product reviews or content about living off-grid in Michigan, please subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.